Hello, good evening, and welcome, folks, to Croatia. We are in Zagreb, and it's regular season Group D action in the Basketball Champions League. It's game day 9, and the clash is between Cibona and Mega Leks. Well, it's all excitement tonight, folks, here in Croatia. In Zagreb, it's an all-Balkan affair. Croatian team taking on a team from Serbia, and a lot of talent, a lot of good young talent in both of these teams. Certainly, these teams haven't really established themselves as front runners in the competition, but with Slavica there and other terrific young talents, you need to watch the Cibona team. They could be dangerous. Well, this is the action in Group D this week in game day 9. We saw Juventus Utena win earlier tonight at home against Telenet Ostend. KK Mornar Bar and SIG Strasbourg will be at home tomorrow against Iberostar Tenerife and Cidigas Avellino, respectively. Well, as we get ready for this game, let's go over some of the details looking at this game tonight in Group D. You see both of these teams in the lower echelons of the standings. Mega Leks and Cibona each are 2 and 6, along with KK Mornar Bar. So 3 2 and 6 teams in 6th, 7th, and 8th place. And there's no time like the present for each of these teams to start winning some games to fuel hopes of a spot in the playoffs. You got to be in the top 4 or possibly the top 5. The 4 of the best 5th place teams will in fact advance to the playoffs. Well, a lot of exciting talents here in this Mega Leks team that we've had a chance to watch. And you saw Yaramas up there at the top. He's back in the squad tonight. He was not in the team when at least I last saw them play against Tenerife. And who's going to stand out tonight for Cibona? Well, Ante Žižić, number 41, has the big name. Nick Slavica, promising Croatia international, who quite frankly had one of the great plays that I've ever watched at a FIBA Under-19 World Championship, a swat of a Jason Tatum dunk attempt when Croatia played the USA in the final. That was a couple years ago in Greece. And here's Mega Leks being introduced to the crowd. So all smiles over there on the bench of Mega Leks as they prepare for tonight's game. Mega Leks started falling at home 84-70 to Cidigas Avellino. They then won at home against the Cibona team 81-79. And then suffered some narrow defeats. They lost at KK Mornar 87-85. They lost at home to Juventus Utena 79-77. SIG Strasbourg beat them 68-59, and Mega Leks won 76-70 over Telenet Ostend. But since that time, they've lost a couple more games. For Cibona, well, Cibona have had some bright moments in this competition. Reflecting back on their campaign, however, one of them was not opening night at home to Iberostar Tenerife. They fell 85-57. Mega Leks did win again at home over Cibona by 2. Cibona then fell 94-83 at home to Cidigas Avellino. They finally got their first win on game day 4 over KK Mornar, 90-72. And then after crashing to a heavy defeat at Juventus Utena, they won at home over SIG Strasbourg, 93-88. They've lost a couple of games since then. So the referees tonight, Tolga Shahin from Italy, also referees from Poland and France, and we are right just under 4 minutes away from starting off this Group D game in the Basketball Champions League. So the starting 5 will be Jaromaz, Zagaric, Jančar, Simeunovic, and Tejic for Mega Leks. Coach Dejan Milijevic calling the shots tonight, sporting the yellow tie. So Milijevic is hoping his team can get another win against this Cibona team. The Cibona starting 5, we've got Reynolds at point guard, and Žižić will start at center. Slavica shooting guard, Marin Rozic the veteran, and Wozniak will be at shooting guard. Damir Mula Omerovic, the former Croatian international, is the coach of Cibona.
Let's go first. Hey, don't forget, when we call 2 up, it's immediately pick and roll. Hey,
Rade Zagaric will be a player you would expect Cibona to be keeping an eye on tonight.
Pick and roll 1 or 2-5 here to open the position. This is going to be first offense. When we call 2 up, when we call 2 down, immediately put the ball here. Slavi, ovdje ovaj flare I jedan ide u kat dole, je li jasno? After that call everything you
Make it like
agresivno s ciljem da te ne obiće, znači neće im udeš preagresivan pa te čovjek obilazi, na pikovima ideš ispod,
a couple weeks ago, they can pick up the pace a little bit tonight against Cibona.
Znači, kad idemo ispod, cilj je da ne ode na prodor, jasno, znači da ga svedemo 1 na 1. Prvi napad igramo motion, hoću malo svi pibrate loptu, da ode lopta sa strane na stranu, igrajte sa peticom aktivno pik, sjetite se na motion branili tako što su četvorku igrali deny, tako da ti nemoj da izađeš pre vremena, nego malo sačekaj, pa onda istrčava I sa pikove, znaš, nemoj da odeš pre nego što pika bude. A drugi napad, znači igramo
want to go back and look again at the competition system. Remember, each of these teams aiming for that top 4 place. They're both in the lower echelons of the standings. We've got 5 8-team groups in the regular season. A top 4 place will be good enough to get into the playoffs, and 4 of the 5th place teams will also advance to the playoffs. But both of these teams obviously have a lot of work to do. Oh, good evening, folks, and welcome to Zagreb, Croatia. It's the Basketball Champions League, and we're underway here. The game between Cibona and Mega Leks. Mega Leks in the dark uniforms, the pink and yellow. And Tejic, who is a highly rated big man out there, pops a three-pointer to start things off right in the face of Zizic. Well, he tried to make the pass, he couldn't. And he said, well, if you give this to me, I'm going to take it. And he knocked down the three and the turnover. And he gives it right back to Mega Leks. Yaramas drives in, and now he turns it over. Now Slavica back to Rosen. Rosic, rather, gets his first basket of the game. Former Croatia international Simeonovic is good from three-point range. Now the dump, and Zizic goes up and denied. Now the dump, and oh, what a slick move that time for Tejic. We've already seen him drill the three, and now watch him. Zagarac gets it to him, he just puts it up off the glass and in. So Zizic, inauspicious start for him, commits the foul. Basket was not good, but he did earn the trip to the line. And both free throws are good, and it's a quick start here for Mega Leks. Slavica, now Reynolds pushes it quickly, and outlet pass quickly to Yaramas. Oh, what passing! And the finish by Jančar, and that forces Cibona to call timeout. Let's go to the huddle and hear what Mula Omerovic has to say about this as we see Jančar racing out on the fast break.
Why? To be soft in defense like this. Žiža, bliže na pick and roll ovdje. Na pick and roll bliže. Scott, if you are the last, you are here. We have 3 players here for rotation. Nemoj da gubimo lopte dole ovdje. Ovdje idemo jače u kontakt malo. Napravi mi make foul. Stop the fast break. Hey, prelagano idu. We are too relaxed. We don't play. We didn't come on game.
Molim te, malo aktivnije napadni, opet si dodao pas, posle samo jednog driblinga u stranu. Ridičan je pas, idi u dubinu,
5 points leading the way.
Pa onda dole. Ajmo.
Ljudi, do jaja su sad. Ajmo.
So coming out of the timeout, let's see how they respond. Cibona, you saw there's Rosic. Mula Omerovic was not a happy camper. Well, Zizic gets it inside and draws the foul, so he will go to the free throw line. Look at Mula Omerovic over there talking to the referee. A little bit of frustration already. And the game's not even 2 minutes old. So Zizic makes the first free throw. This is the second. Pass inside to Tejic, who's out of bounds. So back over now to Cibona. Just led him a little bit too much. And Yaramas chases from behind. Good effort. Players on the floor, and the hustle from Wozniak wins the ball for Cibona. So he had it knocked away, and then he's like, I better get it back or else I'm going to be in trouble. And there he was fouled. No, the jump ball was called, so the possession arrow goes to Cibona. Reynolds stops, misses, and as Mega Leks tried to get the ball before it went out of bounds, they couldn't. So Zagadats unable to corral it. Into Reynolds now. Another opportunity. And Scotty Reynolds thought about it. Slavica now gets in the lane, puts it up, and was well short. And good defense that time from Mega Leks. And now the jump shot, mid-range jump shot, no good, and quickly out on the break. Rosic, and Marin Rosic puts it up and in and draws the foul as well. So Yadamas was beaten down the floor. He chased back to play D. In fact, maybe the foul was on Janchar. So Marin Rosic rattles it in. He was one of the favorites of former coach Jasmin Repesha in that Croatian national team. Now the pass goes out of bounds from Zagadats, and he is going to take a seat on the bench. Now quickly to Slavica. Slavica goes up for the dunk and draws the foul. What a play from Slavica. You knew there was only going to be one result here. He was going up and he was going to throw it down. And he did on Tejic. Oh dear. A little bit of posterization. But then Slavica missed the free throw. However, he will get another opportunity. In fact, it's just the foul on Tejic, so the ball will stay with Cibona. And now Tejic, after that bright start, is going to come out of the game. And you saw Tejic go down. Zizic there was boxing out. And now the attempted inbounds pass goes out of bounds. And Mulo Merovic says, hey, guy, Scotty, I'm not playing. You got to pass to your teammate. So Mega Leks moving the ball out on the perimeter. Yadamas. Yadamas goes behind the back. Now turns and turns into the defense, and I don't think he got the ball off in time. Well, exciting player, but a little bit confused there, and Slavica comes over. Four turnovers now on Mega Leks, 3 on Cibona. Wozniak has it out on the perimeter. Slavica hands it off to Reynolds. Slavica has it back. That dunk seems to have energized him. He goes up, scores inside in the paint. And after the slow start, they've come right back.
čovjek naskoči, ja drvim u sredinu, prvo je lako primio loptu. Bravo Glogo za borbu ispred. Ljudi, dali su vam 3 puta faul koš, bre. Ako napraviš faul, nema koš. Faul koš, faul koš, faul koš. Staj, priši malo agresivnije, malo tvršći i ne igramo napad. Opet, zaboraviš. Ej, znači ne želim to da igramo. Daj da odigramo jedan napad, hoću da odigramo 4. Čole da napraviš leći blok. Znači, i da izađeš ti da igramo pik s tom na strani. Glogo, ako si sam gore, možeš da obiđeš Ižiće, da šuteš, sve u redu na četvorce, jasno? Ajde, nemoj da...
Good in defense like this. They are in balls. If they go pick and roll under, take this shot. Doesn't matter. It was good shot, clear shot, okay? Ajmo, pojačaj odbranu i kontranapad.
Ajmo, 1, 2, 3.
We have 3 more.
Well, this game, not surprisingly, has already had a few highlight reel plays. Slavica with one of the dunks of the season. And Cibona, having trailed early, have stormed right back. And look, it's been a little bit of a drought for Mega Leks offensively. Novak into the game, and what a slick move that time from Yadamas. And that's always a good sign coming out of the timeout and getting a layup. Just put his head down and went right past Slavica. And the foul called here on Mega Leks. And that's already 5 fouls, so Novak will go to the line. Excuse me, so Cibona will go to the line, and the foul was on Novak for holding. It was well spotted by the referee. And Rosic makes the first, or excuse me, Bosniak makes the first. Bosniak's playing well. Only makes 1 of 2, and the ball batted out to Yadamas, who crosses midcourt. Bounce pass over to Yadamas, who drives in. Simeonovic puts it in, turns it over. Another look. Inside to Žižić. He brought the ball down. Novak reached in. Cancar now quickly up to Novak. Bounce pass. They share it, and Novak misses, but Cancar there for the putback. So a good play for Mega Leks. Now quickly. And the shot is no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. Move back over to Mega Leks now. Three-point attempt is no good from Glogovac, rather. Picks up his second foul. So number 33 is going to come in. Simeonovic comes back into the game for Yadamas, who takes a short break midway through the first quarter. Second foul, excuse me, the second shot is good. So Wozniak now takes a seat. And Jančar lost control of it, and that triggers the break for Rosic. And Slavica lays it up and in. Does a good job of getting out on the break. Penetration, bounce pass, and Jančar makes the shot and will earn a trip to the line. Scotty Reynolds out on the perimeter. Bounce pass inside to Slavica. He passes outside, and another shot from the veteran puts Cibona in front. Rosic now with 8 points. Bounce pass into Jančar, who lays it up and in. Knots it back at 18. Entry pass to Zizic, an offensive foul. Joksimovic thought he had made the pass that led to the basket, but Zizic picked up his second foul. Pass inside, and I'll tell you what, folks. If Sulejmanovic had not committed the foul there, Zagorac might have gone up for a thunderous jam. He was definitely going up for the two-handed rim rocker, but instead he earns a trip to the free throw line. Zagorac makes the first. So Mega Leks back in front 20-18. What a terrific game we've got here. Like Cibona, we're going to be flat. They've come right back, and now they trail by a couple. They have taken the lead, but Mega Leks now have it. Slavica for the three, no good. But the big man goes up for the rebound and is unsuccessful. Novak has to launch one before the end of the shot clock. Now Rosic has the ball knocked off his leg. Gets it over to the Slovenia international, Joksimovic, who buries the three. And down low, what a great move inside by Spasijevic, and Slavica picks up the foul. Slavica has it. 23-21, minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Slavica for three. Zagorac. Turnover. Now, Rosic up ahead to Reynolds. Passes back. And good hustle from Spasijevic. Knocks it out of bounds. So it'll still be Cibona ball. Here it is again. The quick move, which led to that defensive play from Spasijevic. Now the three-pointer. Reynolds off target. Spasijevic with the rebound. Now quickly Novak. Spasijevic goes right at Slavica, misses. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Cibona ball. Merovic watches things unfold that from the sidelines. Now Reynolds hands it off. And again, denied inside Sulejmanovic. Now Novak. Oh, good follow off of his own miss from Glogovac, but no good. Now, good job knocking the ball off of the rim there for Cibona. Joksimovic passes it over to Slavica. Now Reynolds. Slavica catches it in the lane, draws the foul. Slavica short on the second one, and Cibona still down one right at the end. Oh, the attempt from about three-quarters the length of the court almost went in from Glogovac, but watch this. We've seen it happen before, folks. Those things go in from time to time, but stayed out that time. Nevertheless, Mega Leks, they've got a 23-22 lead at the end of one. Cibona shooting just 38% inside the arc, 50% for Mega Leks. Cibona not helping themselves at the free throw line, where they've missed 4 of their 10 attempts. And Mega Leks shading it in the rebounding as well. Seven Mega Leks turnovers. Somewhat of a sloppy game because 6 turnovers for Cibona. Here's some of the highlights. Tejic started things off with that three-pointer. Can't wait. I'm hoping we'll see the Slavica slam because that's got to be one of the plays of the season for Cibona. Here it is. Slavica goes up and with a thunderous. He just hammered it home, didn't he? Even the coach liked that. Second quarter action underway, and it's Mega Leks who start things off here. Glogovac and Novak saves it before it goes out of bounds. Good hustle from Joksimovic, the veteran. Couldn't quite get it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And we've got a foul called against Cibona. Cibona picks up his second foul. As Novak, very active, no doubt about that. Got him. And Novak makes the first one. Second one was good as well. So now a 3-point lead. Joksimovic faces some full court pressure here. Šiško in the game, number 12 for Cibona. And Joksimovic has his ball knocked away. Anyway, it ends up with, guess who? Slavica puts it up and in, and gets it back to a 1-point game. Slavica has been very active. 2-point shooting for both teams. Entry pass and beautiful move from the baseline, and well spotted that time. The basket was from Simeonovic. And at the other end, good job from Šiško. Quickly to the other end now. And bringing it up the floor, number 9 is Čorić. And then it goes again to the big fellow who's been very active, Sulejmanovic. And he earns a trip to the free throw line. Gogovac picks up the foul. Here's another look. And that was a great cut from Simeonovic from the baseline. That was Joksimovic quickly to the other end. So Yadamas back in, hustling for the ball. Players on the floor for both teams. And Šiško comes up with it, gets it to Joksimovic, who puts up the 3. And Slavica gets the rebound. Now he gets it back over to Šiško. And the Šiško kid passes it back outside to Joksimovic. The basket here puts the home team back in front. Ball goes back out of bounds. They say it's first over to Mega Leks, but Cibona protest. Their protests fall on deaf ears. And that was a good call by the ref. He wasn't swayed, he was right. Yadamas over to Tejic. And ball goes out of bounds. We are about 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, and it's all squared between a couple of teams struggling in Group D, both 2 and 6. Spacijevic misses. Now Slavica with the ball and decides to hold it up. Joksimovic. Čorić over to Šiško. Now Joksimovic. Čorić. And bumped as he got close to the lane was Čorić by Cancar. So Čorić is at the line. I wonder who those chaps are. Well, they got their pens and their notebooks, and they look to be evaluating the performances. George misses with his first attempt. And the second free throw is good, so Cibona edge ahead as George goes 1 for 2. Yadamas, Mr. Excitement, back in the game, calling the shots. Look at the free throw shooting, very poor. For Cibona, just 8 of 14. Now the traveling called on Spasievich. Turns it back over. Jordic gets it to Shishko. Moves to his right, puts up a 3. And Slavica rather came flying in for the tip, but to no avail. Now Yadamas. Now Chanchar. And Chanchar fouled by Shishko. So Žižić checks out, and Mulomerovic tries to find. Žižić checks in rather, as he looks for the recipe, the winning recipe here at home. And nice drive, and the foul has been called. So Zagadats shows us some skill, and Slavica. Watch this. Well, I'm not sure who the foul was on there. I just saw a couple of Croatian, well, the foul was on Slavica. It looked like a couple of Cibona players kind of falling on top of each other. And Zagadets is at the line and makes the free throw. So the three-point play takes it up to a 2-point lead. Now Slavica explodes, hands it off to Žižić. What a play. And really, folks, again, that was all Slavica just pushing it quickly. Really showing us what he's all about in transition. He has got a big future. Quickly to the other end, and Simeonovic scores. We've got a tight contest here between a couple of strugglers fighting for their Basketball Champions League lives. Joksimovic. Well, had a good look at the basket and came up short. Boy, what a pass, bounce pass from Slavica. We've already seen how dangerous he is on the break with that incredible dunk. And there we saw his explosiveness, getting it across midcourt and delivering the pass to Žižić. And nice play by Simeonovic. Shishko pressured out on the perimeter, and Zagarets and Yadamas put the pressure on, and they forced the turnover. Another look at that play. Getting it in, they falls over. Now Reynolds has it, passes it back, and a three-point attempt is good from Bosniak. Well, he's been pretty solid in his minutes tonight. Now Yadamas drives in, passes outside to Simeonovic. And Mega Leks now in danger of falling behind. Reynolds quickly up to Bosniak again for three. Good! Back-to-back threes. And Slavica raises both hands with the three-point signal to Bosniak to signal the 2 threes. Watch this again. Bosniak knows exactly what he wants to do. Pulls up, releases, and drills it. That is a dead-eyed shooter right there, folks. Simeonovic with 9 points, Chanchar with 8, Tejic with 5, and Zagarac with 5. Well, Bosniak came into this having hit 4 of 14 threes, and now he's hit 2 in a row, and he's got 9 points along. He and Slavica each leading the way. There's a fan interested in what else is going on in the Basketball Champions Leagues, checking out the other scores. I tell you what, there's plenty of reason to keep your eye on this one because there are a lot of exciting plays, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing on the highlight reels. 36-34. Chanchar for 3. Now Zizic with the rebound. Quickly into transition. Cibona drive in, put it up and in. Great play from Šorić, and he gets his first basket. And Cibona now with a 4-point lead. The Bosniak threes have really changed the complexion of the game, haven't they? Now they try to get it inside. Another chance for Cibona to run. It's going to be Reynolds. Passes it back. Oh, what a play from Cibona! And again, Šorić shows that he knows how to run the floor. Good play from Reynolds. Catches it in traffic, puts it up with the left hand off the glass. He doesn't convert the three-point play. And Spazijevic hits the three-pointer and cuts that deficit back to 3. I don't think Bosniak's going to get any clean looks now after he drilled those couple of threes. Now Zizic battling down low, and Tejic called for the foul on Zizic. Long one, no good. And now Novak is back in, brings it up the floor. Yadamas off. The pass was there, but Glogovac, perhaps a little bit of a misread there. Good idea. Sometimes the plays just don't come off. Now Zizic has it on the low block. He's going to be tough to stop. He's going to hand it off. And Slavica goes up and lays it up off the glass and in. Three-point attempt from Novak is missed. Žižić with the rebound. Now Slavica has it taken away by Cancar. And Cancar just flies in and lays it up. Goodness me. That was like poetry in motion. Reynolds into Cancar, or rather into Žižić, and Žižić powers his way up for two. Reynolds reaches in, commits the foul from behind. Cibona really trying to finish this first half strong. That was the pass from Žižić to Slavica. This was, look at Cancar, just beautiful how he laid it in, and that was a slick move there from Žižić. Spasijevic open in the corner, rattles out. Žižić with the board. Čorić just goes past him and then missed the layup. An opportunity goes begging for Cibona. Now Novak passes up the three, gets it inside the Cancar. Yaramas, nope, that's off to the left. And the foul called. And you can see the sportsmanship there as Yaramas again misses. Cancar tried to get the rebound, but he fouled Slavica, and that means free throws for Cibona. Žižić sits down perhaps for the rest of the first half. Makes nothing, and it remains a 5-point lead. Free throw agony. You wonder if that's going to come home to roost later in the game. Yaramas has the ball knocked out of bounds, and they say it went off of Yaramas. I couldn't quite see that. It's kind of a sheepish look from Yaramas back at the ref. The call was made, almost in hope that he was going to give it back to Mega Leks. Under a minute remaining now. Reynolds drives in, not there, but Slavica there for the offensive rebound and putback, and he's got 13 points. Never know, could be playing his way onto the team of the week, Slavica. Certainly people are going to be talking about his dunk. Zagadats misses. Reynolds pulls it up here. So about a 3-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Reynolds. Čorić, and has it taken away by Spasijevic. He thinks, do I hold up? And that would have been the right decision. Instead, it's going to be Cibona that are going to get a layup. Unbelievable. And that just goes to show, folks, if you get the break and you've got an easy layup, take it. Otherwise, pull it out. Make sure you've got the last shot. So Cibona ended up getting the last 2 points. Reynolds with the wraparound to Sulemanovic. Boschnak started it with the pass up ahead to Reynolds, and that's how it finishes. And Cibona they haven't blown this thing open, but they've built themselves a nice lead at halftime. They're on top of Mega Leks, 48-39. So if they had made their free throws, you could see Cibona 8 of 17 at the line. They would be even much further ahead. As it is, they're on top by 9. They're winning the rebounding battle. 23-18. They're out assisting their opponents from Serbia, 17-8. And Mega Leks, well, both teams cutting down on their turnovers a little bit there in the second quarter. As for the leading scorers, well, Slavica immediately jumps out as the star player. Cancar's had some good moves for Mega Leks. Žižić with the 5 boards, Reynolds with the 6 assists. Zagorac has the 4 assists. And Slavica, Bosniak, and Rosic lead the scoring for the home team. Cancar, Simeonovic, and Spasijevic leading the way for Mega Leks. So, and again, as you look at the top rebounders, one last time, it's 48-39. Cibona on top of Mega Leks here in Zagreb. Be sure you're here for the second half. 48-39 is the lead for Cibona over Mega Leks here in Zagreb, and certainly with Damir Mulomerovic, after the first couple of minutes or so, he wasn't happy, and it looked like Cibona might be on the wrong end of a heavy beating tonight. But that timeout that he called when they were trailing 10-3 really turned things around. It sparked them to life, and Cibona just outclassed this Mega Leks team over the last few minutes of the first half, and opened up a 48-39 lead. And really, they've kind of, I don't want to say they've challenged their manhood, but they've really come out and smacked them in the mouth there at the end of the first half. And it'll be interesting to see how Mega Leks respond.
Drndaš loptu, sad čim padneš na kraju. Igramo dvojku, odmah si iz dvojke sam. Prvi napad igramo dvojku. Išla je dobra lopta, bravo Joe za utrčavanje.
Okay, let's go play hard. Be careful here on zone press one more time. When we are here, okay, if we have situation, we have pass, inside pass, ovaj igrač, this player is gonna be safety for this pass. And then attack, 3-on-2. If we slave,
it's better if you stay on ball side because they double teaming on my side.
Yes. But look, if you are here, you got inside. Attack.
Well, there's the quarter-by-quarter scoring. Mega Leks up 23-22 at the end of one. But look at the seconds with Žižić and Slavica just kind of taking over. Cibona starting with possession here in the second half, attacking the basket to the right of your screen. As whenever you want to watch the Basketball Champions League, folks, just go to livebasketball.tv. You'll see all the action. Žižić gets inside, misses, and Tejic goes up strong, brings the rebound down with two hands. There's no doubt about it, Mega Leks have the players to come out and win this game. But they've got to show a little bit more fire here in the second half. And Rosic, the veteran, comes out and almost gets the steal. Yadamas over to Cancar, wide open, Simeunovic, and Simeunovic no good. Cancar kept it alive. And Rosic comes down with a rebound. Quickly up ahead, and Žižić missed the layup. He'll be upset with himself on that one. And the foul, they might have counted that had Zagorac made the shot. Rosic picks up the foul. Yeah, they would have counted that had he made it, because he's at the line now for a couple. And Zagorac makes the first one. Marin Rosic, if you follow Croatian basketball, or if you follow really European basketball, if you've watched Croatia's national team over the years, you'll know that he played for Croatia at the 2008 Olympics. There's Damir Mulomerovic. Now the turnover almost forced. Great hustle from Cancar. Cancar's got a lot of skill. Look at Zagorac hustling back to play D. And then Cancar out there hustling as well. Reynolds over to Bosniak. Bosniak's 2 3-pointers really changed the game. Reynolds puts up the long jumper and then comes in, almost forces the steal. Almost gets the steal, rather. Now Yadamas has it for Mega Leks. Simeunovic gets it inside to Cancar. Now Cancar is going to try to post up. No, he's going to pass it out. Oh, what a pass from Yadamas. And good follow from Simeunovic, but crashing the boards, and he's upset with himself because he knows he should have scored one of these. He missed that one, then he got it back, then he put it up again quickly, perhaps too quickly, fearing that Žižić was going to reject him. Now Zagorac takes the jumper, no good. And Bosniak brings it back for Cibona. Roses drives in and draws the foul. So Rosic is going to the line as Mulomerovic talks it over on the side, and Rosic misses the first one. Bricks it up there. 33 years of age by a country mile. Well, in fact, Joksimovic is the oldest player at 35 in this Cibona team. So those are the two elder statesmen. 19-7 run since the midway point of the second quarter. Chanchar's pass glances off the rim, and then Yadamas read the pass. Tejic drives in and dunks it, but travels. And that was a great call by the ref. Took 3 steps. Zizic gets into the lane, and the ball knocked off of him. I like the fact that Zizic doesn't complain. Look at it. He drives in. Good job from Mega Leks to reach in, knock it away. He doesn't complain, just gets on with it. Reynolds puts up a 3. Good. Well, the biggest lead of the game now, 52-41. Beam me up, Scotty. And the pass from Tejic led Simeonovic too much. Slavica explodes, quick pass to Zizic, goes up and scores. Well, deja vu, folks. We've said that before. Slavica pushes it quickly and gets it to Zizic. There's no stopping that. I mean, if you're going to press, you press. But if you beat the press, look at this. Slavica just races through the defense and gets it quickly. I'll tell you, the scouts or whoever watching this game have to be impressed by Slavica and Zizic. Of course, Zizic has already been drafted. Chanchar with 10 points, leading the way for Mega Leks.
Okay, good job. Take the rhythm. They go under. Take your shot. No problem. Hey, no problem. If they play aggressive, you deny. Try to attack one-on-one. Doesn't matter. Right.
Slavica with the 13 points. Bosniak with 9. Interesting that Zizic here at the line taking the free throw. You know, he was drafted in the first round this year by the Boston Celtics. That shows the quality, the potential. They know he's got some work to do, and he's sticking around for a while. But Radi Zagorac as well of Mega Leks was taken by the Celtics. So Boston keen to see these players develop over here this year and maybe next. Chanchar drills the 3-pointer. I'd be surprised if somebody drafted him down the road or signed him. Chanchar, good player. Oh. And Rosic gets inside. He's challenged. Zizic there for the putback. Boy, he's a big man, isn't he? He is tough to keep off the glass. I wouldn't say he's flashy, but boy is he effective. 32 points for Cibona in the paint, 22 for Mega Leks. Yadamas finds his way into the paint and gets rejected by Zizic. Not in my house, he says. And now Slavica. And Slavica travels in the lane. Well, Yadamas did everything that he needed to do to get into the lane. He just ended up having to go up against the wrong guy, and it was Zizic that swatted him. Look at this. And no complaints there from Yadamas. And the shot, no good, but chasing it down. 13 points is the deficit facing Mega Leks. And now the pass is telegraphed and intercepted by Rosic. Reynolds drives in, gets swatted by Chanchar. Now Chanchar has it. He pulls up for three. And Novak has it on the baseline and brings it back out. Zizic has 10 points, 1 block, 6 rebounds. And Chanchar has to launch a long one as the shot clock was winding down. Novak is going to put up a three. He's going to rim out. And this Mega Leks team just struggling putting the ball in the basket right now. The drive and the reverse layup is scored by Reynolds. And right now Cibona are just flat out beating this Mega Leks team. Reynolds again with the reverse layup. You can tell by the intensity of the remarks by Mega Leks coach that things are not going well for their team.
Idemo da zavrtimo malo, idemo prvi sledeći napad glava. Pravite dobre blokade i vraćajte se nazad, imamo veliki problema da obranimo tranziciju jer ne trčite nazad.
Na pick and roll ovde, videli ste, ako je ovde Zagorac, Zagorac, ako je Simeunović ovde, odlično bole ovde, Roza, ti si ovde između ove dvojice. Jel jasno? Ako ide pas ovde, Roza, ide bole dole na ovu rotaciju. Let's go, hajde, hajde.
59-44, Cibona just laying the wood right now to Mega Leks. Spasievich back in the game for Mega Leks as they look for somebody that can turn this thing around. And Zagorac gets in the lane and scores. 59-46 now, Cibona is the lead. Reynolds dribbles between his legs up top, gets in and denied, left his feet with nowhere to pass it, and that triggers a break for Mega Leks. And Slavica reaches in and commits the foul. Simeunovic, three-pointer, and off target. Now Slavica quickly up to Reynolds. And then the foul called from behind on Glogovac. Yeah, you can't wrap your left arm around the big fella like that and expect to get away without the foul being called. These referees doing a good job tonight. Now the pass inside, jump hook is good. I tell you, Sulejmanovic is perhaps a little bit underrated in there. He's a handful. Very tough-nosed player. Novak puts up a three. Well, nothing like a three-pointer to fall to give you hope. Boznak over to Sulejmanovic, and Sulejmanovic also shows he's got a nice little jump shot. Zagers drives in, turns, and nice interception from Rosic, who gets it to Slavica, who lays it up and in. Slavica, 15 points, 7-11 from the floor. "31 fast break points to just 8 for Mega Leks. Sulejmanovic says, hey, I got hit in the head. You didn't call that? Watch this. Well, he did, but it wasn't intentional. That was Slavica, who's been terrific on the break, whether he's been scoring or dishing. And Glogovac misses his first attempt. Nope, that's Glogovac, not Spasijevic. And he misses the second as well. Jančar hustles, gets it in bounds, but it leads to another break with Reynolds racing in and beating Yarmas to lay it up off the glass and in. 67-49. Yarmas. Glogovac misses Spasijevic with the offensive rebound and put back. Slavica drives in, scores with a little floater. 17 for him. Three-pointer off target. Reynolds quickly up, and Rosic puts up a three. Glogovac with the rebound, hands it off to Yarmas. Well, Slavica has already got a season high, a personal high. He's got 17 points. He had 16 last week against Tenerife. Yarmas with the pump fake. And Jančar hands it off. Tejic gets it, and good defense inside. That's where you've got to make the first attempt, Tejic. Well, it's just gotten ugly for Mega Leks, hasn't it? We're in the final minute of the third quarter. They're getting beat by 18. Spasijevic comes up with the ball. Reynolds reaches in and commits the foul. Oh, beautiful drive inside from Jančar. Zagorac lays it up and in. He's got 11 points. But they can't trade baskets. They're down 16, and Cibona are holding it on for the last shot. Zagorac tried to get the steal. Oh, beautiful play to finish the third quarter. The pass from Rosic. And Sulemanovic just really impressive here in this third quarter. Great work from him. What a catch. I mean, it was a good pass from Rosic, but nevertheless, it was also a good catch. And he had the wherewithal to get rid of it just in time. That was Zagorac who scored the previous trip down the floor, but Cibona right now just playing at a higher level. So 23 of 40 for Cibona, 57%. Be interesting to see their turnovers, if they've been able to cut those down. Mega Leks, just 14 of 29 inside the arc. 9 less shots made inside the arc. Look at the assists for Cibona. 24 assists to just 11 for Mega Leks. And indeed, Cibona doing a much better job of not turning the ball over here in the second half. Just 14 turnovers. Mega Leks continue to be plagued by turnovers. So some of the fans enjoying watching these highly touted Cibona players come out and really put on a show tonight against Mega Leks in a battle of two young teams for the most part. Certainly Mega Leks are younger. And Zagorac gets inside, scores, gets it back to 16. Now he's got 13 points, 16-point deficit. Bosniak fouled by Chanchar. Go back to the three-pointers from Bosniak in the second quarter. Really kind of turned this game around. And also the steady play of this man with the ball, Slavica. Sulemanovic was short. Yaramaz drives in, passes it back out, and Reynolds almost gets the steal. Yaramaz puts up a three. Slavica with the rebound over to Reynolds, who gets it over to Bosniak for three. Now Zagorac over to Spasievich, but look at the hustle from Bosniak. Just great hustle from Bosniak. Didn't give up. Tejic and turns it over. Slavica again out on the break, goes behind his back, passes it back out. Boy, I tell you what, it's route one basketball for Slavica. He pushes the ball up the floor quickly. Another basket inside for Cibona. Sulemanovic has 11 points, and they're just dominating Mega Leks right now. At the mismatch. on Yaramas, and he took advantage.
Joca. Igramo sad sa svim, sa malom postavom. Igramo jedan odbrane, neću da igram dvojku, znači ne razumete šta želim, ovo je katastrofa. Jare, zabijaš se u petoricu, dodeš iz piruete. Zagorac, koji je ovo pad? Ljudi, šta vam je, bre? Na šta bre ovo liči? Kao banditi bre izlate na terenu, znači nemamo 3 košarkaška poteza na terenu. Od vas dvojice počinje sve. Jare, nemoj da se zabijaš u ljude. Obiđeš čovjeka i izbaci loptu.
Reminder, folks, you can watch all the Basketball Champions League action on livebasketball.tv, and you can see these great players, these great youngsters like Slavica, like Žižić, and exciting players like Reynolds really light it up. You know, these, especially Žižić and Slavica, are players you're going to be watching play at a high level for a long time. That's challenging on the offensive glass. Ball goes out of bounds. Tell you what, folks, it was really, when you look back at this game, and as you look at another turnover by Mega Leks, pass right into the hands, and Sulemanovic went in for an exclamation mark dunk. Spasievich got the foul, but look at this. He was like, I've had a great game, and I'm going to make sure that people remember this. He draws the foul. The game really changed midway through the second quarter. Mega Leks were leading it 33-31, and Bosniak drilled a three for a 34-33 advantage. And then 20 seconds later, he came down on a fast break. Excuse me, that got his team to within one, the first three, and then he came down 20 seconds later and hit a go-ahead three. And Čorić then scored a couple of straight trips down the floor on fast breaks, and that kind of really triggered the run. Spasievich hit a three to get it back to 3 points. But after that, it was Slavica who scored. Čančar got it back to 3 for Mega Leks, but Žižić, Slavica again, and Sulemanovic all scored to give the home team a 48-39 lead, and they have been pretty much in the ascendancy ever since. They've had the wind in their sails, shall we say. Yaramas puts up a long three. And just offensively, it's difficult to really see much execution out here for Mega Leks. Not really seeing what they want to do too much. Spasievich better that time. He just missed his shot. And this is where Slavica is so good. He pushes it so quickly. He hands it off. Sulemanovic out to Reynolds. Čorić. Oh, what a play from Čorić. Was left. Čančar commits the foul. And that's it for Čančar. He's out of the game. So Čančar takes a seat. Look at Mulomerovic over there. Mulomerovic doing a little bit of coaching here, while Čorić is at the free throw line. So all those missed free throws for Cibona do not look as if they're going to cost them. Žižić comes back into the game. Čorić now with 6 points. And Reynolds commits the foul, and it's an unsportsmanlike. Want to stop the fast break. And the referee didn't think he was playing the ball. Grabbed him on the arm. So Reynolds is going to check out of the game. Yadamash is at the line. Still 6:47 remaining. There's time for Mega Leks. Never know, they could get on a run here. But they're going to have to do much better. This could be a potential 4 or 5 point trip down the floor. So this is these are important free throws for Yadamash, who's hit the first and the second. So now that gets it back to 75-59. It's a 16-point game. Shishko also back in the game, number 12. He's on Yadamash, and he commits the foul. That is the third team foul here in the fourth quarter. And Slavica once again makes a play that triggers a break. Joksimovic, oh, beautiful play. Ball ended up with Slavica, who now goes to 19 points. And Simeunovic goes down the lane and scores. Gets it back to 16. Slavica just turns, puts it up and in. Well, he's getting into some serious points now, 21. His efficiency rating just keeps going up, up, and away. Slavica. And a foul called on Shishko. He's not too far off of a double-double. Gets a few more rebounds. He's got 7 rebounds right now. Simeunovic. Yep, there's a rebound. And he's just going to take it all the way. Nope, he is going to be fouled. Mega Leks commit the foul, so that is on Djokovic. Haven't seen much of him tonight. Slavica just puts pressure on the defense. Joksimovic. Zizic passes it back out. Pass inside to Slavica, who will go back to the line. And his numbers continue to go up. And he makes the first one. So 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he will get another attempt as Mega Leks were in the lane too soon. And that, a little bit of a scrappiness here from Zagorac and Chordic. And that was, I have to say, you know, they got wrapped up there. But it looked like Zagorac kind of brought him down. They're kind of getting a little bit testy out there. You know, Mega Leks and Zagorac doesn't like having his nose rubbed in it here. But Cibona are just really laying the wood to Mega Leks right now. Their biggest lead of the game at 20 points. Yadamas for three. Good. Well, midway through the fourth quarter, you never know. Crazier things have happened. And Slavica was fouled on the break, so he will go back to the line. Yadamas now with 3 fouls. And Slavica makes the first one. I'll never forget watching Slavica at the FIBA Under-19 World Championship blocking Jason Tatum at the rim on what looked like was an easy dunk for the USA. And Slavica just came into the picture and really rejected him. One of the plays of the tournament. Tatum now playing for USA coach Mike Krzyzewski at Duke University, a former USA coach. Inside it goes to Simeonovic. Zizic picks up the foul. There's fans up there enjoying what they're seeing from their Cibona team tonight. Simeonovic shows he's got a nice little touch. Got a shooter's bounce there. The ball bounced in. 12.6 rebounds for him tonight. And that free throw gets it back to 82-66. Cisco being guarded by Yadamas. Joksimovic gets it over to Cisco, and Slavica fouled once again by Zagarac. Boy, Zagarac came down hard on that one. His second foul. He's not making many friends over there on the Cibona team tonight. Zagarac. And Slavica misses his first one. He is 1 rebound off of a double-double. Makes 1 of 2. So he has got 25 points. I hope Mulo Omerovic leaves him in the game so he can try to get a double-double. Zagarac misses from 3-point range. Cisco with a little floater. Zagarac on the 3-on-1 break, hands it off to Yadamas. 83-68, 3.5 minutes remaining. Timeout called by Mega Leks.
Ma budi hrabar, kreni, šta skakućiš s noge? Ma kad je prodor, prodor. Ide ispod, ma ne, uzmi šut, je dobar ovaj, ej. Šta se bojiš? Pa hoću da rizikuješ. Rizikuj ti, evo ja ti dajem, ej. Ja stojim iza toga. Znači, ako je pik 1-5, ovdje kad si ušao, idi unutra, uzmeš faul ili šutni kako treba.
25 points for Slavica. Also the 9 rebounds, there he is.
Ako si ušao, ako imaš ekstra pas, ovdje imamo dobar šut ovdje. Pripazi ovdje, ako spuštamo na žižu ovdje.
Also the 5 assists.
Ide jedan kat, pomjeraj s ove strane, da imamo tu.
He did have 12 rebounds against KK Mornar on game day 4, so that will not be a season high unless he gets, still got a couple more to get there to equal that or to surpass it. fact, he's got a few more. He's still got 9 rebounds. Slavica, oh, touch pass, and Zizic couldn't hold on to it. Now Zagorac, Yadamas for 3, good! And all of a sudden, don't look now, folks, it's a 12-point game. Yadamas. And again, good defense from Yadamas. Mega Leks making a little run here. Chorich. And that was just a terrific play. I don't know what Chorich was complaining about. Zagorac gets it inside. And the foul called on Slavica. And again, a good call. Had his left hand wrapped all the way around his back. Slavica was holding both his hands up as if to say he was just standing there. Glogovac is at the line with a chance to get it back to 10 points. And often that is a mental hurdle once you get it back to 10. But of course, he's not going to miss the first. Well, Glogovac, are they going to count it? So they are indeed. So he gets it back to an 11-point deficit. Mega Leks with the full court pressure. And Kordic was able to bring it across. Now Shisko's got it. Joksimovic, the veteran in the game, gets it to Slavica. Chorich misses, and Slavica couldn't get the rebound that would have taken him to double digits. Yadamas with 7 on the shot clock. Step back 3, and doesn't get it to fall. Joksimovic across midcourt. And the foul called. Well, for all intents and purposes, this game was really, I won't say it was won in halfway through the midway through the second quarter, but those were the telling blows that were landed by Cibona Zagreb. And Mega Leks still have a chance here. Chorich, you can see a little bit of pain. But if Zizic doesn't make these free throws, but he does. He makes that one, so he takes it to 12. And if he makes another one, he's got 11 points, 8 rebounds. That'll make it a 13-point game. We're going to have to see something special now for Mega Leks if they're going to get this. Checking out of the game was Glogovac, and Tejic is back in, and good play again from Cibona. Quickly up it goes, and traveling is the call on Zizic. Watch this. I think he may have been right. Looked like maybe 3 steps. The ball back over now with a 13-point lead for Mega. Leks trailing, and no way back, it appears, tonight. Tejic checks out. Zizic makes the first one. And the second. Cibona now shooting 58% from the line. Zagadats drills a three-pointer. Back to a 12-point deficit. And Joksimovic loses it out of bounds. Good hustle, good attentiveness that time by Yadamas. Well, it's just hustle, good hustle. I mean, what can you, no complaints about that one. Referee's right on it again. Now, Zagadats backs up his man, passes it back outside to Semyonovic. Well, goes behind his back, hands it off, and Semyonovic with the rebound. Rosic, the veteran, in there, knocks it away. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And good play from Joksimovic, almost getting the steal. Semyonovic goes behind his back, and shot clock violation. That pretty much says it all. You're desperate for a basket, and you don't even get the shot off. Shisko dribbling up high. Slavica. Rosic. Yadamas pushes it quickly. No look, lays it up and in. Back to a 10-point deficit. But the clock is not going to be their friend now. It's going to run out. So, another week, another game in the books, another result. And this time it goes in favor of Cibona, who have won it in Zagreb in front of their own fans. Damir Mulomerovic and co. get their third win of the Basketball Champions League season and keep their hopes alive of getting into the playoffs. Still got a lot of work to do, but they win it 87-77 over Mega Leks. Well, Cibona, they trailed early on, but boy, when they hit their stride midway through the second quarter, there was no stopping them. Not tonight. They won it. You can see the final stats. 56% inside the arc. Cibona, they got a lot going on the fast break. There's Mulomerovic saying, that's exactly how I drew it up, Scotty. 28 assists. Cibona out-rebounded 44-36. I'll tell you, Mega Leks just simply is not going to win games if they turn the ball over as much as they did. 25 turnovers. Slavica with the 25 points and 9 rebounds, probably the player of the game. There he is, posing for the camera. And Zagadats had the 16 points and Yadamas 14, but Zizic with the 14 points for Cibona was tough. And he had the 8 rebounds as well. So just all in all, a convincing win for Cibona. So here's some of the highlights. We'll let you see how some of these plays finished out. Probably the play of the game was the slam. that we saw from Mr. Slavica, but that was in the first half. But I'm sure you'll see that on the social media. But we also saw some great plays here in the second half as well, as Cibona won for the third time this season. And they will now be able to go back home and have a good meal, unless Damir Mulo-Omerovic is going to take him out to dinner tonight. I don't know if that'll be the case. Usually the high man, Slavica, in this case, would take everybody out to dinner, but I didn't see him offering any invitations. That was Reynolds getting out on the break. Here was Slavica just showing a little bit of everything in his arsenal tonight. Rosic, and good play inside as well tonight, it has to be said, for Sulejmanovic, number 22, who didn't give too much away. He really came on, so good effort all the way around for Cibona. They got smacked in the mouth really in the first few minutes of the game. Mulo-Omerovic kind of set the record straight, and then midway through the second quarter, they turned on the Jets and started to pull away. And Mega Leks, by the time they got it going, it was too little too late. And Slavica certainly had the wind in his sails all night tonight. He was terrific. And he has a really bright future, as you might imagine. That was probably the easiest 2 points that he had all night right here. The spin move on Yilmaz, puts it up and in. So we didn't see Kaba tonight for Mega Leks. Not sure what kind of difference he would have made. And we didn't see Mushidi either. But what we saw was a Mega Leks team that still has a lot of talent, but they've got to come out and have better execution if they want to win games like this. So they have slipped to defeat here, and they are in danger of being on the bottom of the table of Group D going into their game day 10 next week. This was game day 9. Mega Leks did keep pushing at the end of the game. Yilmaz scoring there, but they just couldn't get enough stops at the other end, and that was the end result. Mulo-Omerovic shaking hands with a big smile on his face as his team walks off 87-77 winners. So thanks for watching, everybody.